Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, coffee and questions time. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I know it's probably a short week for many of you. It's a regular size week for me and for Vic. But Vicky's day off today and tomorrow, so that's good. This is kind of our weekend, so to speak. But
it's by weekend you work.
yeah.
Or you play.
Yeah, I don't. I have 7 days a weekend every week, so it's not like this is hard work, not like what you do. Anyway, did that score any points? Probably not.
No.
Anyway, all right. Okay, so let's get into
made me get up early and say chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, that's right. I guess I shouldn't.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, this is pretty early for her day off today. Okay, so let's get into coffee and questions. So the first one, I want to let you guys know, and I may have mentioned this, but I couldn't remember whether I did. When I'm using the Helmsman, like I'm doing a big sign right now that you guys will see probably in the next few weeks, because I did film it, but it's for a YouTube influencer, and I have to wait until it gets delivered and all that. But anyway, I use this Helmsman, and many of you guys use this. But when I've got a big sign that I'm going to do brush coats on, I finish sand it in between the brush coats. I just lightly sand it, get it smooth, and then I always put the last 2 or 3 coats on with the spray can. So I don't know if any of you others, and I can't remember whether I've mentioned it before. It seems like I have, but just in case. So, and the other thing is if you inadvertently, if you like the gloss, which I like the high gloss, clear gloss, but if you have semi-gloss or satin, and you inadvertently bought that and you didn't realize it wasn't gloss and you want a gloss, you can always put gloss over it. So if you start with satin, you can just put satin in. Many times I'll do that if I buy a can inadvertently that's not high gloss. Just use the last 2 or 3 coats, just use a gloss right on over the satin and the clear, as long as it's the same stuff, the Helmsman. And I think you might be able to even do that with a Krylon, but I don't know that I trust that, putting this on over the Krylon. I don't know that I trust that, the Krylon Crystal Clear, which is another subject altogether. But anyway, so if you're using brush coats and it's still feels kind of rough finish, just sand it down real lightly, get it down smooth, and then put your last 2 or 3 coats on with the can. That's what I'm going to be doing on this big sign, which is... I hope you guys get a chance to see it, because it came out pretty good. It's definitely unique. All right, so that's the first thing. The second one is, and I get this question a lot, and I think I've answered it, but I'm not sure. So the ink, gosh darn it, I was going to bring the ink and the paint. The ink that we use, the Marsh ink that we use, to clean that off of your layout letters or whatever you spray it on, but as far as layout letters go, I use gasoline, and we've showed that before in the past. So that's what I use. Acetone won't touch the ink, paint thinner won't touch it, mineral spirits won't touch it.
You're talking about to clean the letters.
To clean the letters.
To clean the letters.
What did I say? Did I not say clean? To clean that black ink off of those layout letters, use gasoline. That's what we use. You can also use gunk, which is a brand name of an engine degreaser, but that's a heck of a lot more expensive than gasoline. So just be careful with gas anytime you're working with it. Like I always say, put your cigarette out first. So anyway, so gasoline takes the ink off. Now, what I've been getting questions on is what takes the primer off, the Rust-Oleum primer, and you can see that in many of my videos as well. So what I do, and this is how I do it, whether I use gas or whether I use paint thinner, which is what this is. This is just a paint thinner. I think we get down at Lowe's. That's what takes you can see how that paint thinner is dark right now. This has just been soaking for probably a couple hours, I think. I put some pieces in here that had 4 or 5 coats of the Krylon primer. Rust-Oleum, not Krylon, Rust-Oleum primer. That's the other black spray that I use. That and the ink both work just as well. Anyway, so paint thinner takes this stuff off. So what I do is I normally get a glass jar. Plastic won't work. You don't want to use plastic. And I'm going to attempt to do this without getting this. By the way, we moved inside today because the wind is really blowing outside. We decided to move this in.
Do not spill.
Vicky's holding her breath as we speak. So this is paint thinner. So I am
Get
just...
your paper towels.
Huh?
Get your...
I'm good, babe. I'm good. I got this. She is nervous, and now she's making me nervous. So I just take, and I will take a series of jars like this. Yes, I will use the paper towels, babe. And now, gosh, we should have practiced this before. This is going to get ugly. Anyway, so these have been soaking in there for, like I say, a couple hours. And these are just random pieces of the 1/8" hardboard. But you can see definitely that... so I think you could soak these things for several hours, and it'll take that stuff off. Swish it around once in a while. Well, there's no paint thinner left in there. But anyway, that's the way you take the paint thinner off, or the ink or the Rust-Oleum primer off. Man, I'm just all over the place here. I'm nervous that I'm gonna get the stink eye. I'm avoiding eye contact with my wife right now, guys. So anywho, so you can see that the paint thinner definitely takes off the Rust-Oleum, and if this was ink and that was gasoline, same thing. But this is the way I like to do it. Just pick glass jars. I've had this out there. This jar, I just started using this, but I've had this jar on the shelf out there with gasoline in it. I poured it out, disposed of it correctly. I poured it out and put the paint thinner in there about 2 or 3 hours ago, and I just put some random pieces that I threw 4 or 5 coats of the primer on just to see if it would work, but definitely takes it off. So that's how I do it, guys. Just let it soak for a few hours. If you inadvertently let it go for 20, 30, 40 coats of the black on there, you might have to let them soak a little bit longer, but I don't think that you're going to have any issues with the hardboard coming apart. Just kind of keep an eye on it. A few hours should do it, and you'll be good to go. So that's that. You wipe this off. So far, so good. No,
Not done yet. The lid's not on them.
Well, as long as we turn the camera off before I make a huge error, that's what counts. All right, so paint thinner for the primer, gasoline for the ink. Okay, that's my point. That's my my deal, and I get that question quite often, actually. So hopefully that will answer some of your questions out there. All right. Did I do okay?
Good.
Now I'll probably trip on my way out the door and knock those over and ruin the floor. All right. We came inside. Did I say we came inside because of the wind? The wind was freaking horrid out there. All right. Chris Gibson. This one's really interesting. I hadn't seen one done like this before. And it's got, the board has kind of a silvery look to it. I'm not sure actually what it even is, and I wish the picture was a little bit better. But inset letters on an outset cloud, which is different. So it's a combination of outset and inset. Kind of cool.
Be still. Okay.
Okay. Bad?
You're gonna get in trouble.
Ooh. You're in the Twilight Zone. My dad's been watching.
Dead Man Zone.
My dad's been watching Twilight Zone lately. He loves Netflix. All right. So anyway, great job, Chris. I like it. It's very unique. I think it looks cool. Could you read what it says over on the left? It says, it's really, don't feed the animals. That's what it says. All right. Okay. And last but not least, I had to print this one out full size. Kent Cogan. And this one, Kent is really a master at this kind of stuff. Just a phenomenal stuff, Kent. And it's no surprise. And he's done stuff even... This is actually an old one. I think he did this months ago. But that's how big my stack of sign carvers of the day is. So if you guys submit a sign carver of the day picture to me, if it gets chosen, just understand maybe a month or two behind, especially since we only do 2 sign carvers, or 2 coffee and questions a week now, Mondays and Wednesdays. When we were doing 4 or 5 of them, it was I'd go through them faster. So anyway, what can I say? Awesome. Just, I love that stuff. I love looking at Ken's stuff. Great job. All right, you guys. So let's see. So this Friday newsletter will be the second part of carving that Gene and Gail Goss sign. I got a lot of requests for people that really want to see me use the SC50 and the profile bit on that. So I'll be, with any luck at all, I'll be finishing that. I will definitely finish that up on part 2. I won't drag it out to part 3, even if I have to shut the camera off for a little bit of it. But you guys will see a lot of work. So I want to use, up to now, I definitely want to use the profile bit and the SC50 on that sign as well. What else? The seminar. Yeah, so the seminar's still going on. So we're into July now, guys. So if you're planning on attending one of our seminars in Las Vegas, let us know.
We're not in Las Vegas.
Well, that's where they'll be flying into. No, that's good point. The seminars are actually going to be here in Golden Valley, but most everybody that's flying is flying into Las Vegas, and then we're going to provide transportation. I haven't got that page up on makeawoodsign.com, but remind me, babe. You made out that thing I asked you to make out with all the details, right? Oh, that's why I haven't got it up yet.
Oh.
She hasn't done what I asked her to do. Anyway.
Oh.
Man, it's going to be rough after this.
You're gonna have a
I just
really
want the
bad
camera
day.
to follow me all day long. This is going to be, and she doesn't go to work. It's going to be rough. Anyway, but I will get that page done. So if you have any questions, write me an email, write Vicky an email, and we'll fill you in. But the seminars are scheduled for October, 3 different dates right now, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast, guys. So don't forget, please like our video. If this is the first time that you've seen us, please thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you to everybody that's watching and subscribing, and comments, questions in the link down below, or send it to our emails. If you got questions, that's keep feeding me questions, guys. I want to keep having questions for these C and Qs. Whew. I'm nervous about when the camera goes off. All right, you guys, have a great day, and we will see you. Dad's Thought of the Day coming up right now, and we will see you on Friday for the newsletter. Have a great day, guys. Have a good week. Make some sawdust. Be happy.
Say a prayer for Eric.
Yeah, say a prayer for me. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Hi, folks. This is Dave again with a thought for today. Sometimes I think about the road to success. I'm in my 80s now, and I've been on that road for a long time. It doesn't really matter how slowly you go on your road to success, as long as you don't stop. That's my thought for the day.